Oh, evening, sir.
Landlord, where's the squire?
Over there, sir. Dicing with his cousin Jack.
Is he winning?
Down, down, down!
I don't think so, sir. No one wins against Mad Jack. The squire's 50 guineas down already.
Never mind. My father will have the last laugh.
How so?
He hasn't got 50 guineas. He's sold everything. We've lived on a pair of boots for a fortnight. Uncle Jack knows that.
Then why does he play with your father?
Because of the ring.
What ring?
Lord Buckingham's ring, of the finest emerald. It's on my father's finger right now. The last thing of value he possesses. It was given to our ancestor by Lord Buckingham as he mounted the scaffold.
Lord Buckingham gave his ring to a Haggard. Why?
Some say it was out of gratitude, others say it was pulled from his finger. Either way, Uncle Jack swears the ring was left to him.
And what does your father say?
He says he's loath to part with it since it matches the colour of his eyes. How goes it, Father?
Oh, if I play dice with you again, Jack, may my vital organ be turned into a door knocker and hung over the busiest whorehouse in London.
Well said, Father. Play no more.
If you'll play no more, cousin, you owe me 100 guineas.
No, I didn't say that, but the dice are against me.
Well, let us gamble on something else. Is that your verminous servant, Grun?
It is.
Then I'll wager you double or quits. He scratches himself in half a minute.
Take care, Father. He's as lousy as a beggar's mattress.
No, I ducked him with a horse trough on Sunday, Roderick. Done!
From now, cousin.
Grant! Bring more wine.
Coming, sir.
Done!
I win.
Take your hat off, Grunge. I'm going to beat you bow-legged.
Why?
For scratching.
I didn't know there was a law against it.
Oh, don't beat the poor fellow. He can still make amends. Didn't you say that Grunge has a mighty swallow?
Yes, he has, as long as someone else is paying.
They say it never touches the sides until it reaches those great hollow legs.
Then I'll wager all that you have lost against, let me see, against that ring that you wear, that I can consume a whole bottle of Madeira faster than Grunge.
Father, it's all you have in the world and worth a fortune.
How's your swallow, Grunge?
Never better. Money for old rope, sir.
Landlord, 2 bottles of Madeira. Right. When I say the word drink, drink. Ready? Drink! I win at last, cousin.
No, cousin. I said the whole bottle.
Grunge?
Not me. I've got a delicate stomach.
Then I win. Time to celebrate. Show me your cellar, landlord.
Are you all right, Father?
Not yet. When I've recovered my strength, I shall beat Grunge to death.
You can't blame Grunge.
It was a clever wager.
Talking of wages, I came across a man this evening who'd ridden from London in 5 hours for 1,000 guineas.
But that's impossible.
Oh, I don't know, sir. I see a time when men will travel in hours instead of days. When men will ride on mighty engines driven by steam on tracks of steel. And staircases will ascend heavenwards whilst the climber stands still. Aye, and I see a time when men shall walk upon the moon.
I wish I could see a time when you stopped talking through your backside, Grunge. Anyone can say they rode from London in 5 hours.
No, he had letters of proof. He even knew the winner of the derby.
What? But that was only run this afternoon.
Even so, he told me the winner, and this will surprise you. It was...
No, shh. There could be profit in this. Tell me quietly who won. Who?
Noble!
Noble? Noble's a rank outsider. He has 3 left legs and a touch of the stagger.
Still one.
Are you sure of this, Roderick?
My life fault.
Now, I can see this as a way of retrieving the ring. Now, follow me in this, Roderick, and you'll grant. I still think he has a chance, Roderick.
Nonsense, Father. That horse isn't fit to draw an ale cart.
Ah, but he's a sticker.
He wouldn't stick if you rendered him down for glue. No, I won't take your money. It's a fool's gamble.
What horse is this?
Noble for the Derby.
Yeah, but he's 30 to 1. I put all my money on Hyperion. He's a certainty. You should have done the same, cousin.
Pox on Hyperion. I say Noble will win.
Father, that horse is a donkey, and you're another if you bet on him.
What? You call me a donkey, you young dog?
Roderick is right. You're a fool, cousin.
What? You think I'm no judge of horseflesh? You think I'm drunk? I say 1,000 guineas on that emerald ring that Noble will win the Derby.
You haven't got 1,000 guineas.
But then I sell the hall. Not the hall, sir! Oh, this is ruin! Ruin staring us in the face! Cease this folly, I beg you, sir! Damn you, Clark! I say Noble will win!
Well, then I accept the wager. This means we must sit up for the news. It should arrive on the midnight coach.
Unless somebody's made a record-breaking ride from London.
I've heard in the kitchen, sirs, that someone's made a record-breaking ride from London and brought news of the Derby. Noble has won at 30 to 1.
What incredible luck!
What amazing good fortune.
A long shot indeed, sir.
Oh! I am a ruined man. Everything I had was on Hyperion. It was a last wild throw. I cannot pay my creditors. I'm finished. Finished!
Oh, that's no way, Jack.
Oh, not over the peas pudding, sir.
Say this of Mad Jack when he gambled and lost and had nothing left to give. He paid with his blood and died like a gentleman.
Oh, but that's the coward's way, Jack.
I wouldn't like to try it.
Stand back. When you talk of Mad Jack, say these were his last words. I damn all moneylenders, bookmakers, and bailiffs to Hades. And so, goodbye.
Roderick, say his hand. Sir! Stop it,
A misfire, by God. Foiled, but not for long. When any talk of Mad Jack, remember this. He damned his creditors with his dying breath and added this besides, that if they want settlement, they must follow him to hell. For tonight, he sups with the devil.
What a speech. What an exit.
What a shite-hole. It wasn't even loaded. Jack, damn your eyes, where are you?
Don't you think you're being a little hasty, Father?
I waited for 2 days, Roderick. This is a debt of honor.
He's a ruined man and desperate.
Desperate? That pistol wasn't even loaded. He's as slippery as an eel, Roderick. Jack.
Why are the curtains drawn, sir?
Well, so that he can skulk about here in secret, Grunge. Draw the curtains. Let's throw some light on this subject.
Yes, sir.
That's new. And these candlesticks, look, genuine antique, and a cloth of the finest velvet. Not a room for a man in abject penury. Jack, where are you? Ah, Agnes, I was looking for Jack.
You're leaning on it.
What? Jack dead? How?
A tragic accident. He fell in the lake.
But he was an excellent swimmer.
Unfortunately, he was carrying some heavy weights at the time.
Wasn't that singularly careless?
He was much distressed of late, sighing, beating his breast, saying he was ruined.
Poor Jack.
We tried to revive him, but he had no will to live.
My dear uncle, we shall not see his like again, Agnes.
The sun has gone from my life, Roderick.
He was a good master, kind to his servants.
He was a man of infinite jest. How he could set the table in a roar.
And ride. I never saw a man sit a horse better.
A wonderful husband and lover.
So I've heard.
'Tis a great loss.
Be assured, he stands by the throne, Agnes.
Did you say anything about a ring?
He was kind to his tenants, too. He evicted no one. And how the children loved him, how they ran to him.
He enriched our lives, Grunge.
Not mine, he didn't. Did he mention me at all?
Yes. He cursed you with his dying breath and all who brought him low.
Why is it that the good die young, whilst evil flourishes and lives to a ripe old age?
Yes, all right, Grunge. There's just the question of this ring. It's just a green stone of no great value.
Of no great value, good. For he is to be buried with it. What? It seemed to console him in his last hours. He'd look at it fondly and smile. I could not part him from it. I'm sure he'll rest easier.
But that ring is mine.
Father, respect her grief.
Thank you, Roderick. For it is a sad and sorry thing when a woman in the full ripeness of her years is left to wither upon the vine.
Sad. 'Tis a crime against nature, Agnes, that fruit of such bountiful promise should be left to the bitter winter wind, ungarnered.
This is the winter of my discontent, Roderick.
But if winter comes, can spring be far behind?
What do you mean, cousin?
Let me make a prophecy. The sun will shine again, and the husbandman will enter the orchard with his ladder and reach for the highest bough where they say the fruit grows sweetest. There will be another harvest, Agnes.
Do you care to take tea, Roderick?
Indeed.
Cousin?
No, I will stay here with poor Jack and pay me last respects. Grunge, attend me. Grunge.
Sir?
Is the lid on firm?
I think it's spiked with nails, sir.
Here's me dagger. Prise it open. Just a few inches will do.
What? Would you defile the dead?
Yes, certainly. That ring is mine. Now, hurry. Now, just put your hand in and feel around.
Feel around? I'm not feeling around. You never know what you're going to find.
Do as you're told, Grunge, unless you want to join him. Ooh. What's the matter?
My hand's stuck.
Well, I have to go round the other side to free it, you clumsy oaf. You shut up.
Oh. Lovely funeral.
Yes.
All that weeping and wailing, surrounded by all your friends. Must be a comfort.
Trouble is, you have to be dead to enjoy it, Grant.
I wonder what mine will be like, surrounded by all my friends.
Pretty quiet, I imagine.
Still, I enjoyed it.
Good, because tonight we keep vigil at the tomb.
Why, Father?
Not because I'm the nearest relative, Roderick.
You might be, I'm not. I'm not going in the Haggard crypt, it's haunted.
Of course it's not haunted.
What about the ghost of the screaming nun, Father?
There's the pacing parson.
And the cringing
Not
curate?
to mention the severed head.
And the leprous mendicant?
And the gargoyles, they're supposed to come down and play with the goblins.
Then we better get in early, Grunge. Sounds as if it might be crowded.
Superstitious fools. Have you ever seen a ghost?
I thought I saw Jack this afternoon. Smiling at me through the
Well,
throng.
that's because he can't rest. He wants me to have the ring. It's a debt of honor.
And if I don't get it, well, it could be the ghost of the gruesome gambler.
I am not opening that tomb.
You don't have to. We're going to obtain professional assistance. I understand the landlord does a little night work.
You mean he's a body snatcher, Father?
A resurrectionist, Roderick.
You'd sell my uncle's body?
We'd render him down for dripping if there was any money in it.
That's enough, Grunge. I think Jack would agree with it. I mean, assisting in the search for medical knowledge, being of some use after he's dead. Let's face it, he was no damn use when he was alive.
No, Father. That have nothing to do with this grisly
You
business.
won't have to. You will comfort Agnes in her grief, in case she decides to keep vigil. Give her a bit more of that withering on the bough stuff. And in the meantime, we shall creep into the crypt, collect the corpse and creep out again.
Landlord.
Sir.
I was wondering if you were doing anything later. We were thinking of making a night of it, going out and digging up a few friends.
What are you suggesting?
Oh, it's just my little jest. In fact, there's no digging to do at all. Just a little chiseling. Oh, a fine body in its prime. A heart as good as new. A liver, well, you'd have to beat to death with a stick. And apart from that, an aristocrat.
You mean Mad Jack?
Oh, think what that brain might reveal.
Oh, this is the Haggard crypt. Oh, it's a bad place.
That's what I keep telling him.
You'll need a Bible, a holy cross, a clove of garlic, and a sprig of rose.
Anything you like. You can keep the corpse and the profit. I just want that ring.
Oh, so it's come to this, Haggard, digging up your relatives. You follow me down an evil path. Do you think I sleep well at night when I hear the wheels of the hearse, the whinny of the plumed horse, and the mournful toll of the bells? Never. Never.
Well, I can see he's going to be a bundle of laughs. Not so loud! You'll wake the...
What?
Nothing.
Were you going to say dead?
No. Just be careful, landlord.
I want to get done. I like to get finished by midnight.
Why?
Because he goes into overtime, Graham.
No, I've heard that the dead walk.
Have you seen the dead walk?
I didn't say that. I said that's what I've heard.
Do you think the dead walk, Squire?
Well, I know a servant who gives a fair imitation, Grant. Are you nervous, landlord?
Oh, this is a bad place.
A bad place. The pride of the Haggards lie here. Men who stood with William at Hastings.
I've heard that 3 of them have been hanged for sheep stealing.
A vile slander. This is a vintage collection here. As a body snatcher, I thought you'd appreciate that.
I've heard that vile things have taken place in this crypt. Holy wine has been drunken from skulls, dark deeds done, virgins defiled.
Just a few honest lads passing a wet afternoon, that's all.
Ah, that's it.
Well, good. Now, if you don't mind, I won't look, because after all, I am Mr. Cousin. Just pass me the ring, and you can keep the rest.
There's nothing here.
You mean there's no ring?
I mean, there's no body.
What? What's happened?
May I speak, sir?
No, you may not, Crunch.
Let him speak.
You may speak, Crunch.
There are 3 alternatives. 1, the body was never here. 2, somebody's taken it. 3, it's got up, passed through solid matter, and is now walking about. In which case, we're talking about ghosts.
Ghosts?
Oh.
More wine, Agnes?
No, I must keep vigil tonight, Roderick.
There's no hurry. I mean, he's not going anywhere, is he?
No, I mustn't laugh, and I cannot remain here with you.
Why not? After all, I am your kinsman.
But I've never looked upon you as a kinsman. You've always aroused strong feelings in me, you know that.
Then come. Jack wouldn't want you to be miserable. He was a man of infinite jest. How he'd set the table in a roar.
Not at home he didn't. He was a miserable, long-faced wart. It didn't take much to put him out of sorts. It was no sooner the word than the blow with him.
He beat you?
I've still got the bruises, Roderick.
But he loved you passionately.
Huh.
What?
He had as much passion as a eunuch in a whorehouse. By the time he'd come back from his carousing, hadn't got the strength to pull his boots off. I've been chaste these 7 years.
Really?
Tell me, Roderick, how long should my period of mourning last?
Well, there's no point in being demented by grief. The world keeps turning, Agnes. Birds still build their nests. Young couples still laugh at haymaking, and the vixen still seeks out her mate. I think a couple of days should do it.
Roderick, what are you doing? Your eyes burn into me. Your touch sears my skin.
The grave's a fine and private place, but none, I think, do there embrace. What was that?
I heard nothing.
Probably the wind in the wainscot.
Oh, how pale you've grown. Your hand trembles. Are you so overcome, hot-blooded youth? They say you are sensational. That all pale into insignificance after you.
That's true. I cannot deny it. Loosen your hair, Agnes.
I'll do more than that. See what bounty is yours.
Ah, what a ghastly sight!
Really?
More wine, landlord. You've had 5 bottles already.
No, I haven't. I've spilled most of it. I don't think these hands will ever stop shaking.
What about me? It happened just as I was on the verge of conquest. You any idea what a shock like that can do to the regenerative powers?
I was the only one who saw him.
And I. Perhaps it was because we cheated him.
Well, who says we cheated him?
I do.
Are you talking to me, sir?
Who, sir, me, sir?
Yes, sir. You, sir.
I am, sir. Don't be afraid. I'm not a ghost. I died to forestall my creditors and to teach you a lesson, you rogue. You cheated me.
I didn't cheat, well, no more than you did. That ring is mine.
All right, then. I'll give you a chance to win it back. A wager. 1,000 guineas against this ring that the next man who walks into this place faints at the sight of me.
Dan! Father! Don't worry, Roderick. There is no such coward alive. Dan.
Feeling better, sir?
Yes, Grunge.
It was obviously a manifestation brought on by a fevered mind and too much Madeira. When the eyes tell you one thing and the brain another, believe the brain, sir. That's what I did. Trust in logic. Won't let you down.
Thank you, Grunge. Have you stabled the horses?
Yes, sir.
Have you rubbed them down?
Yes. And I've ordered your room and laid out your linen and put in a warming pan, and if you stick a broom up my backside, I'll sweep the floor as well. What a master.
Perhaps you'd care to work for me, Grunge.
Ah, hear that? Some people appreciate me.
Well, Grunge,
I'll think about it, sir. Good night.
Thank you, Grunge. Good night.